This video is brought to you by HelloFresh. HelloFresh's goal is to build food solutions with the least possible impact on the environment. Use the link in the description below to get yourself 21 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boys back again once again with another episode of Power Rangers Academia. Yes. We are here, we are now, and we're kind of live because, you know, we do this and record whatever, but we're here for another episode to get you guys going and get the Power Ranger juices flowing. So this next topic that we have here, we're gonna have to, of course, balance this out because a lot of highs and talking about space. Let's go right down to the very pits that is the QC, the quality control of the Lightning Collection Power Rangers toy line, okay? Now, this one's probably not gonna be too long because it's it is what it is, and it's very straightforward, right? We've all have had our collective gripes with how Hasbro has essentially treated the Power Rangers namesake, for very many reasons, right? And a lot of the gripes all point directly at these toys. And Lightning Collection has been like, you know, their big line of figures that has been going on for like quite some time now. And this is not even the first time. This is not, you know, this is really nothing new, but we're bringing it up because new reports and new evidence show that there's zero quality control going on at the warehouse or, you know, wherever these figures are being like produced and whatnot. And so that's a problem. Now, obviously, I will at least try to leave links at some of these examples that I'm going to be bringing up right now. But, you know, like for example, like the Ninja White, you know, this is Tommy, right? When he was in his Ninja White Ranger, my man got 2 left fists. Time Force Blue with an extra holding hand and a missing fist. Dino Charge Blue has loose legs. And apparently this is an issue on most pinless male bodies. So you just, you know, you take the figure and they just shaking. And it's looking like kind of crazy. There's another one where more recently, Izzy from Dino Fury, okay? Even the greatness, and everyone loves this girl, right? Everybody loves Izzy Garcia in Power Rangers Dino Fury. Female Green Ranger. Not even she is safe from the quality control villain over at Hasbro, wherever. Hasbro fucking warehouse, doesn't matter, okay? Her face is missing. She's like the ghost Dino Fury Green Ranger. It's like, take the front part of that shit off and it's just an empty shell. That is literally what we're looking at right now. So it's just like, why are we bringing this up? Well, it's a bigger question. What gives? What gives, Hasbro? Where is the integrity? Where is the respect that Power Rangers as a whole? Where is that love? You know, like, because you'd think if a company that owned something, they really gave a shit, and I'm putting this into like super layman's terms, but like, you know, I want everyone to understand, like, and being blunt sometimes is the best way to really like kind of emphasize the point we're trying to make, you know? If a company really gave a shit about the property that they owned, you would think there would be some processes that, you know, were a lot better. You know, like there was more eyes on it. There was more, you know, revisions and checkups and making sure that, you know, everything actually abided by the quality control portion of that. And that's not even to mention the fact that like a lot of these figures, especially recently, a lot of folks are coming out saying that like the quality of these toys haven't even been that great as it is. So, but funny enough, the prices are going up. I wonder how that works out. right? The packaging has changed. Now it's essentially a meme because you're playing a gotcha game. You want to know why? Because you can't even see the toy behind the cardboard, because that clear plastic that we're used to seeing on a lot of these Lightning Collection figures, well, guess what? They got rid of them, okay? You can't even see the toy until you buy it. So that's where this whole gotcha game meme even comes from. Cause like, oh, I got my figures. Let's hope that all the pieces are in it. And let's hope the face is not missing. Let's hope, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Okay. I know that sometimes, you know, it could be funny if it's just like once in a blue moon. The fact that this happens as often as it does, it's more than a problem. At this point, it's just like, okay, like, when's this gonna stop? When's it's gonna change? So I'm just like, you know, just like with a lot of other things, you know, especially with Hasbro in particular, this I'm not too happy about. And I've been seeing a lot of other people online publicly say that, yeah, they're gonna just cancel all their pre-orders. They're just not, they're just not, you know, they're not gonna be supporting Hasbro like that. And I'm honestly like, I can't, like, how can anybody get mad at that? You know, like, as someone that collects the figures and like wants to have like a dope collection, who I'm literally planning on making like content out of these toys. Like, I'm gonna eventually do like, you know, the quick short form unboxings, showing off the figure, boom, types of content. The fact that Hasbro is essentially like, they're the ones that are really making the majority of these toys. Like, it's every now and then you find like, I forget the one other brand that I have, the freaking with the Green Ranger and the Draken one, with those like those little miniature looking, yeah, like I forget that brand. Yeah, of course they somehow, I guess they bought the rights, or they have the license to make their, you know, their toys, but Hasbro's sticker is still on, you know, at the very bottom or whatever, so you know, like they're still affiliated, obviously, because they own the freaking IP. But like, even figures like that, why are third parties putting out better toys than the people that own the shit? It's upsetting. So now y'all can talk. What do you guys think about all this shit right now?
I have a lot of bad things to say, so save me last. Go ahead, JD.
All right, so like, I've been collecting these figures for a while now. Like, I didn't intend on collecting as many as I do, but like, you know, you started with a few, like you're collecting your favorites, turned into collecting teams, and now I went too far. That's what happened to me.
Literally what I said.
Yeah, and it's like, I have like a weird relationship with it, because like, I did collect a couple, or not collect, but like I had a couple of the previous ones, like the Legacy collection, I think, that was like when Bandai still had it or whatever.
Shout out to Bandai.
And those were okay. They were, you know, they kind of did the whole like exaggerated muscle thing, and the proportions weren't always right. But they were like, but it was just like, I was like, I still have like a Red Ranger figure or a Gold Ranger figure, but when I got the Lightning ones, I felt like they were a bit more accurate. Like, granted, there was problems from day one. Like, if you looked at the original Red Ranger's helmet, which I still have, like, I think I only have one version of Red Ranger where the helmet is the way it's supposed to be, and that's like for the metallic red, because I got the Stone Canyon Trio for the metallic armor thing. Yeah. But like, it has this weird like design where it's like it doesn't look exactly like it does in the show, and that's weird, right? So people were critical of that. There's been paint issues on various figures over the years where it's just like, oh well, Cassie's like helmet had the wrong shape on it for, you know, at first, and they had to fix that. Like, you know, like there'd be some like Pink Rangers where the shades of pink are uneven, where it's like the torso's pink and the skirt pink are different, you know, like it's just throwing people off. And the most egregious one from like the early days even was the Dino Thunder white helmet, where it was missing the black outline on the helmet.
I was gonna bring that one up too. Yep.
And like, luckily, like they gave everybody like who like, you know, filed the report, they just shipped you a new.
But now you had to open the box.
But I was gonna open.
I mean, still, but there's collectors out there that want to.
If you're a collector, yeah, exactly. Like if you're a collector, you're screwed, right? But at least you could see what you're getting at that point. So now we're at this phase where it's closed box, and I understand they're trying to, cut the plastic or whatever.
That's what they want to tell you. Like,
right, but yeah, but the negative, like the outstanding negative, is that these QC issues are going to get worse. You can't monitor them, and you're having way more issues just with the general like integrity of these figures.
Right.
So you're like, now like we're dealing with loose joints, we're dealing with missing things on the helmets, we're dealing with multiple sets of hands or the wrong types of hands, and that's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
And even the way that they come in the packaging, I don't know if you got any of the ones that come in the new packaging yet, but just like the way that they're presented in that like weird baggie or whatever, it something feels kind of like
low budget
cheap about it, or low budget. Yeah, which again, and it sucks because the figures went up in price, since they originally were. But it's weird because like I do like that they're touching a whole bunch of different teams. No, you good. I do like that they're like touching a whole bunch of different teams, and they're trying to cover a lot of bases. And they do like go to Mighty Morphin way too much. Yeah. But they've at least started to finish teams recently. But also, like, this is completely unrelated to just the QC, but it's like, you gave us Time Force Red. Where's Jen? Where's Eric? At least,
How the hell is there no Quantum Ranger at this point?
Yeah, like, it doesn't make sense. That's a completely different issue. But regardless, still no Carter Grayson.
Oh my God! The Captain waiting. America.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh my.
That's crazy. Oh my.
Like, I'm gonna wait. I have so much bad.
I'll say all this to say, because like, I do appreciate the general idea of the line, but again, like, Power Rangers is not in a place where we can be affording to take L's like this, where even the people who care the most are divided and or apathetic or falling off because we have these poor quality figures. Like, a lot of people want to have these figures to post up their favorite teams, or they want to collect the whole, like every mainline team or whatever. And not only does it feel like we're being nickel and dimed, but now we're getting shitty figures at the same time too. And then they want us to buy multiple versions of the same team. They're about to re-release Mighty Morphin again. And while like the re-releases of Mighty Morphin are probably going to be great because they have all, they come with the Morpher and they come with more stuff and the faces are better. Like,
the faces shouldn't be better. They should look good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
there it is.
Because like, and so Black Ranger is one of my favorite Rangers, right? Zach has one of the worst face sculpts of all time. Like, his face sculpt doesn't look like him. It's ugly, and it sucks. And you know that they're going to re-release another Zach, and his face is probably going to look way better. And someone like me might be tempted to get that just because I love the Black Ranger and I want a good Zach.
Yeah, we all have our favorites.
That sucks. But then you still got to play the toss-up of, is all my stuff going to be in this box when I get it? I don't even know. So it's like a huge, like, point of contention where I want to like this, like, this line more than I do right now. And, right now it's kind of like the only real game in town. So it's like, like you kind of just have to put up with it, but it shouldn't be like that. And hopefully something happens at Hasbro, because I don't understand where the disconnect is happening, where like, because I don't know but if this happens with Transformers or My Little Pony or whatever, like other franchises that Hasbro's in charge of, but it feels like Power Rangers, this has been way more like frequent, way more regular. And we see this happening all the time. You got all these figures just leaking out months before. Like, how long it took In Space Silver to actually get released versus when people had it in like overseas?
Canada.
Dude,
in Canada.
I remember that fiasco and I was so mad because, number one, there was no announcement at all for Zane. Nope. There was
legendary
nothing.
6 Ranger. Just throw him out there. Walgreens exclusive. We're not telling y'all about it.
They shadow dropped it because people online were like, hey, Canada GameStop has this. Since when did they have Zane? Since when did they announce freaking Space Silver? And then that's when it was like the same day or the day after, the website link automatically magically appeared. Oh yeah, Zane, you could get them right now, not even pre-order. Yo, people were actually trying to cut deals, trying to get Zane early. Cause guess what? I was one of those people. I was literally go ask what was his name? Riz? Right? Raz. It was Raz. Razzle. Yo, this dude always gets the fucking shit.
Yeah.
He sells mad figures, right? So I'm like, yo, how many are you getting? And how much are you selling them for? And this is obviously no disrespect to Raz, right? Because Raz is good people, right? Yo.
The Wario 64 Power Rangers, Raz.
That's facts, right? That's facts, right? Raz literally messed me. He goes, honestly, I have no idea. He's like, I have no idea because, like, for one, I'm gonna have to like buy them like, you know, outright myself, and then B, the shipping, because it's Canada, is gonna be OD. So he's like, I'm probably gonna have to sell these for at least $50 a pop. And mind you, this is during this time, these Lightning Collection figures was not even touching 30 yet. Now, of course, they are.
Yeah.
But this was like when they was between 22, 24, you know what I'm saying? And that shit, when that happened, bro, listen, I was already up to here with Hasbro. And then that happens, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, how do we let this happen? How do we let this happen? So, yeah, Jay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you.
Nah, I was done. Like, it is what it is. It's just like.
Isn't that shit crazy? Like, imagine that. Imagine, yo, JD, let me ask you this. If you owned a fucking popular icon, imagine if you owned Pokemon. Imagine if you owned Pokemon, right?
Yes.
And a part of all of the merchandising, right? Because they got Pokemon and everything. Underwear, fucking birthday sets, fucking, like, right? Imagine you trying to sell a Pokemon toy right now. You selling Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, everyone's favorites, Mewtwo, and Pikachu was missing a tail.
That's unacceptable.
Charmander had no flame. Mewtwo had 3 tails for no fucking reason. People were just missing shit.
Nintendo, if that was like Nintendo, people would be losing.
They would not have that. That's the point. Yeah. You have a big brand, and there's no, listen. Don't try to argue in the comments about, oh, but they're way more popular. That's not the point here. Power Rangers, even if it wasn't as popular as it was in the 90s, is still fucking Power Rangers. You know, it still has prestige to it, despite what people might want to feel about it nowadays or whatever. But listen, if they can still sell you toys that are based off of nostalgia, well then guess what? It's still here. It's still alive and kicking and making its money. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Isaac. We saved you for last on this one, so go ahead.
So you know what? Let me start out with some good. The good is, yes, it's quality control, but at least, you know, they release a lot of stuff constantly. Right? So it's not like, you know, there's like a drought or anything of figures. It may not be the one we want, but it's, you know, they come out with a little bit of everything. Right? So they come out with the figures, they're coming out with the accessories, at least coming out with a little, you know, something, I mean, now and then. So yeah, the expectation is not everything can be perfect as much as we want it to be. Okay? So that's the good. The bad is so much more than that. Let's take Exhibit A, for example.
We got some real shit. Let's go. All right. Let's go.
This right here was the first helmet that Hasbro released.
I missed out on that one.
Okay, so let's talk about the one that came out before this. This is Bandai's, right? Bandai's came out with this. This was a lot more. This one has a glossy finish, not the matte finish like the Bandai one. Bandai one was bigger and it actually had the clips on the side of the helmet as opposed to this one that has magnets. So when I'm trying to put this on.
So you mean there's attention to detail is what you're saying?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Nice. Absolutely. Which has to do with quality control as well, right?
Because, shout out to Bandai.
Now, on the helmet I have a lot of helmets, guys. But the helmet that I have like one of the teeth from the Tyrannosaurus itself, you can tell like the paint is like it's bleeding, right? It's not. You have you know me. When it comes to Mighty Morphin stuff, it's gotta be perfect for me, which is why I never bought the Shredder release, because it didn't have a gold morpher. It had the silver morpher. That's
crazy. How they fucked up on that one.
They messed it up. So to me, and I said this to y'all, Hasbro does not care about quality because they know people are gonna buy it anyway. They suckered us into it. We're gonna continue buying stuff. Let's be real. We're talking all this shit. All it takes for them to announce something else. There's your Carter Grayson. There's your Quantum Ranger. Guess what? Here's your $35. And that's another complaint I have, right? You're paying $35 for trash. So this helmet right here, let me tell you this. This helmet right here costs about maybe $80. Open it up. The plastic feels okay. I look at the helmet. I'm like, it's smaller than what I thought. But you know what? Overall, it's okay. It's okay. I don't like that the size of them is too small. You guys can see here, I have this going on. It goes, on the bottom.
Yeah.
But as opposed to the Bandai ones where they're much bigger. But let's take a look at this.
Exhibit B.
Exhibit B.
This the Draken one. I haven't even opened mine. I still have one.
So this helmet, had mine in particular. I'm not sure what you want to call the whiskers or whatever on here. Messed up. Like there's lumps of paint, right? Lumps of paint. On the teeth as well. You can tell it's like a little bit discolored. Just a little bit discolored. That's all. The fangs. It's just a little bit discolored. But everything else, it's okay. Oh, and up here too. Basically anything that's gold too, you can really tell. It's like a lump of paint. So they probably did like a different coating or something that affected it. This helmet right here was like $120.
Yep.
Again, right here was 80. Why the fuck do I get fucking tissue paper protecting my helmet that cost me a lot more? I'm ripping this. On this one, that cost over $100. And yet on my $80 helmet, that's also made by Hasbro, actually protected it better with the plastic. Which is why my Red Ranger helmet has less. I'm pretty sure that's why it has less issues. They paid more attention to quality. They cared more. Now another thing I want to touch on the good. You have it, Uchi. I have it. JD, I don't have it. The Lord Zed helmet, that is the best. The absolute best lightning anything that Hasbro came out with. The quality on that, superb. The attention to detail, incredible. Huge helmet. It felt like a quality product. Voice changing. Like it's OD. The Dragon one has it too, but we only heard.
It doesn't make sense for it to have.
It doesn't, but it does. Like it's ridiculous. Everything about that product is top notch. Reminds me of the Bandai days, the good old Bandai days. And that right there, it was like 100. It was like over 100. It was the same price as a Dragon helmet. It came though. It did come with the tissue paper. It did. But because it was so well made, I didn't care. Now, speaking of something that was not well made, was the Pink Ranger helmet. This is my biggest issue with the Pink Ranger helmet. I don't. Maybe you know what? I do have it, but it's back there anyway. I'm not gonna bring it out. You would think all this shit is the same size. That one runs very, very small. Wow. And I really do feel saying, this is meant, for women heads. I find that kind of insulting. Yeah. Because listen, I have a big ass head. My sister's head is bigger than mine. So if it don't fit me, it sure as shit ain't gonna fit hers.
That's crazy.
Like it literally does not, my ears get pinched trying to put the shit on. All this, is you looking at the bearded Pink Ranger, son. Like
bearded Pink Ranger, let's go.
So small. And that is a quality control issue. You can't tell me something like that was intentional. I really do think they took the wrong mold or wrong size mold and just put it out and they used that as an excuse. Because every helmet that came out afterwards, the one I don't have is the Billy one. I'm waiting for that one to go on sale. And that's another one that kind of like it was leaked and it was just like a stealth drop. No hype up, nothing, as well as his weapon, as well as the Yellow Ranger weapon as well. It's just like nobody really saw these things coming. Now you also have the Red Ranger sword.
The power sword, did not buy
the power sword. 200 and what? It was like over $200.
220.
And it's cheap plastic. And I'm pretty sure
the legacy one was way better.
Way better. And the same thing with the Dragon Dagger.
And it didn't have those dumb lights.
The only good thing about the Hasbro Dragon Dagger was that it came with a stand. But ain't no episode in Mighty Morphin that had the Green Ranger that this dude is playing the flute and having the shit light up.
Yep.
You know, that's one of my issues. You're doing too much with something that does not need it. And it also feels very, very cheap. Like you drop it, it's going to shatter.
That's fucked. I actually have one. Of course, mine finally shipped when Mans died, right?
And that came out
tell me
years
that fucking
ago.
Coincidence.
Years ago. And the issue with the new packaging, you don't even know what the hell you're getting. It's somebody, you know what it reminds me of? And I'm sure you guys know, right? Smash 4. Along with Smash 4, what were they hyping up? Amiibos. The Amiibos were like $12. Nintendo took these, and these things, people collected these. Myself included. I waited outside of Target for exclusive, Toys R Us, you name it, I was there. Best Buy, 1 degree weather for 12 hours trying to get these exclusive Amiibos. Great quality, and they're only like $13. And when at that point, it was rare to find a flawed one. Remember the 2 arm cannon Samus?
I forgot about that shit, but yeah.
So that quality clearly, you know, it was overlooked. It slipped through the cracks, whatever, and it actually became more rare. Unlike the Lightning figures, if you find one that's in good condition, that's a rarity.
And that's sad, and that's the problem.
Extremely sad. And the biggest thing with this, and my opinion, is that these toys, because they're what they are, come figures, collectibles, whatever, they are toys. They are Hasbro. It's what Hasbro does, is what they're known for. Toys. I would not trust these figures with my 5-year-old nephew. That is the worst part, because when we were 5 years old, these toys went through hell and back. and they were still intact.
Yeah.
Son, I used to fill up the bathtub in the bathroom and had these motherfuckers swimming underwater.
You were one of those? Why would you ever do that?
Those.
Oh my God.
I was one
out of here.
Clearly, let's forget the fact that I was 5 years old again, right over Uchi's head.
Nah. When I was 5, I was not fucking putting none of my toys in the damn bathroom. But whatever, go ahead.
I may have, but I don't remember.
Listen,
I definitely did.
Still,
I had my own quality control since I was a young kid. Okay.
Still, the fact that matters, funny story. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture because I'm gonna stay at my mom's house tonight. I'm gonna take a picture. I still have them, paint and all. Only like the Green Ranger is missing like a leg, but that was on me because I was like, it was. Yeah. I used to. It's funny too. We were playing. I was using the toys, and I pretended he was Jeff Hardy, and he was one doing the Swanton bomb like the other one. You know, so
nice.
I was just saying. So. Yeah, you know, those were built to last. These right here, the kids, they're, again, toys. $35 toys. You can't even play with them because they're going to just fall apart. It's terrible.
Yeah,
and
these are definitely made to just be like propped up or kept in the packaging. But you can't even really keep it in the packaging because you can't see the figures.
Right,
so,
and that whole thing is like deleted on these new ones that come out.
The biggest insult to us, the consumer, from Hasbro, is what you said, JD. You're getting revised, remastered, remade, whatever versions of figures that already came out. Now, it's not the fact that, okay, the face looks better. That's the issue that I'm having. Let's take a look at what they did to some of the figures, like the Red Ranger, for example. They kept the same fucking body. There was no update on there, nothing. Yeah, you might have a new accessory or two, but it's the same body, the same build. If you create, and this is the thing too, you know how bad these figures are. You saw how Hasbro on Hasbro Post, you can mold your own face and put it on the figure.
Yeah.
The last thing I would want is for me to upload a picture of myself and have my figure come back as a bald looking dude. And I'm not trying to have my face on like the first release of the Red Ranger's body. Not happening.
No, hell no.
Even the metallic versions, the stuff that nobody's seen on the show or even asked about or wanted.
Dude, I literally forgot about metallics. When I saw that shit, I was like,
yeah, this ain't Beetleborgs metallics we talk about. We talk about Power Rangers metallic. You know, the season we all didn't watch because, you know, it doesn't exist. It's just, I'm telling you guys, it's just unbelievable. It is unbelievable. We're getting insulted as consumers, and our dumbasses are still going for it. We're still buying stuff. Not to mention, so I want to end it on a positive note, though. It was a very nice looking figure. Shout outs to Omega Black, the Draken Evo 3 figure when Mans was sitting on the throne.
I have that. I do have that one.
I have it right over here.
You specifically told me to not take it out.
I also have it, but I never purchased it. And let's just say the person who got it for me got it on a buy one get one free special because Hasbro Post put 2 in the box when Mans only purchased 1.
Wow.
So it worked out in my favor, but that just goes to show not even the warehouse is doing their job properly. I'm not gonna complain. And fun fact, guys, I got that figure signed by the real Lord Draken back in April of 2022, and it is right there in my living room. As soon as you walk in, you will see it there. So Thank you, Hasbro, for your mistake, because you definitely made this Power Rangers fans' day. So.
And you fucking shit on the rest of ours.
Absolutely. Listen, I can flex it no matter what. And guys, I'm gonna tell you all straight up. And it's funny too because he asked me. It's weird. Now think about it. He asked me. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to make this one out to you too, or do you want me to sign it?" And because it's a collectible for me, I'm like, just sign it. Because he signed my other stuff I have. I'm like, just sign it. You don't have to make it out to me. Because one day I was thinking of, you know what, maybe, you know, listen, I'm a homeowner, guys. If I need money for the mortgage, you know, I would have to, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know? I look at it now and it's like, damn, I was that dumb. Whatever, it's here, mine, and it's, guys, it is not for sale now. It is not for sale ever. If I have to move out of here because I can't keep up with my mortgage, I'm bringing that with me to my new apartment. It's not for sale.
Nope.
The quality control on that, ridiculous. Small attention to detail, yo, everything about that figure is clean. It even had like a protective sleeve on it. Like you bought that, you bought a quality product. So when Hasbro comes out with the, you know, with the high-end product, they're doing things right. Because even their Zord stuff is pretty cool, except for the little mini, you know, Rangers there. But you don't buy it for that, you buy it for the Zord. And they did a good job with the Zords. Let's keep it real. They really did.
Yeah.
So we got
the Astro.
we got to give them their props for that. Everything else they got much to make up for.
Yep.
That they do. And yeah.
Hey, at least we got the Street Fighter. Well, the Ryu and Chun Street Fighter.
I got them, and I haven't even opened mine yet, so I'm like kind of afraid. Like, oh, like I wonder if Ryu is gonna be Ken or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Because like Ryu and Chun Li, for me, they came out amazing, but those Ken and Cammy figures, those designs are terrible.
They look very crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it for this video of Power Rangers Academia. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and make sure you are subscribing. Thanks for all the support. And let us know any future episodes or any other videos that you want us to hear our thoughts on. Of course, in the future, it's been your boy Uchi, got the homie JD, and the man Mega Isaac himself. And we'll see y'all next time.